we are growing. More people adding to our billion. More cities being built. An urban economy, step by step, brick by brick. Most still waiting to be created. An inevitable economic need, a demand of the times, increasing our carbon footprint manifold.
We know that this is the century of cities, that by the end of this century, we're going to have 90% of the world's population living in urban areas. We know by the end of this century that we're going to have depleted most of the oil and gas out there, and there may be some coal left over, but we're going to find ourselves in a situation of very dire circumstances. We need to begin that transformation now.
The focus here is to meet the needs of the people today without making unfair demands on the environment or endangering the needs of future generations.
The solutions are really an aggregation of local action at the local level that add up to a global solution.
What if the generation of the electricity we depend on did not harm our environment? What if the water we use could be reused so that it remains an abundant resource? What if buildings which use massive amounts of energy and water could be generators and conservers too? We need to implement aggressive but achievable plans that call for widespread action and involve governments, industries, educational institutions and individuals from every community.
The Government of India is really putting 20 billion US dollars into 64 odd cities in India. The money is going into the city governments, and then we need to see that the money is spent in cleaner and efficient technologies.
Studies show that half of India's population will be living in cities by 2050. With this foresight, the Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission, or the JNNURM, was launched to fast-track planned development with a focus on efficiency in urban infrastructure, turning our noble intentions into reality.
JNNURM is a national program which is providing funds to local bodies linked with urban reforms. This is a performance-based investment program, and here JNNURM itself was solving the problem of water supply, sanitation, solid waste and roads and transport.
This national level program inspired a joint cooperative initiative by the Government of India, the United States Department of State and ICLEI Local Governments for Sustainability. This was the Urban Climate Project, Building Clean and Efficient Cities, or UCP.
We understand, and I think the State Department understands, that one size does not fit all, but there are practices that can be emulated, some aspects of some programs that really may work in a number of communities across political borders, across cultural borders.
The project demonstrates the possibility of building clean and efficient cities by implementing sustainable urban development through on-ground projects. These include 15 clean development measures and 10 infrastructure interventions based on ICLEI's technical and implementation support. To achieve this, 2 mission cities of the JNNURM were brought under the wing.
We selected 2 cities who can really represent what is happening in India. Not the 2 big cities or not 2 small cities or not a special religion cities. So that whatever we do in these 2 cities can be replicated in all other cities.
Coimbatore in the southern Indian state of Tamil Nadu and Rajkot in the western Indian state of Gujarat. The project was implemented with ICLEI's sustainable development process. Coimbatore, a bustling industrial city in the resource-rich state of Tamil Nadu, is seeing large-scale infrastructural development aided by JNNURM funds.
அதிகப்படியான நகர வளர்ச்சி மற்றும் மக்கள் பெருக்கம் சவால் தரக்கூடியதாக உள்ளது. இதற்கு தகுந்தவாறு நாம் அடிப்படை வசதிகளை கண்டிப்பாக செய்து கொடுக்க வேண்டியுள்ளது.
This Coimbatore Municipal Corporation's building is energy efficient. Under the Urban Climate Project, a power saver system installed here matches supply to load, and precisely all managed and monitored to the T. Install similar systems across the city, and the savings could power 361 houses per year.
Green buildings that can help many types. That includes reduced cost for energy, water, operation and maintenance, and also improved health for occupant and their productivity.
Also part of the project is Coimbatore's new bus terminal. It boasts of 25 bus bays, waiting rooms and other state-of-the-art amenities. Heavy traffic puts a regular toll on its energy requirements. As part of the Urban Climate Project, ICLEI proposed energy-efficient electrical fittings. The lighting and cooling systems were reworked to incorporate these changes. As a result, the energy saved could power 395 houses per year. Along with energy efficiency measures, the UCP has encouraged green development by promoting alternate sources of energy. A wind-solar PV hybrid is installed at the new bus terminal. It acts as the backup source during a power shortage.
This may be a kind of model for in itself, and we proudly proclaimed while inaugurating that bus stand, we said it's a green bus stand.
ICLEI has also worked out a framework for Coimbatore's overall energy policy, setting reduction targets for energy and emission levels. Further, as wind resource is abundantly available in Coimbatore, a study to assess its potential to help meet the city's growing demand for energy has been launched. This will assess the installation and long-term operational potential of a commercially viable utility-scale wind project.
So these type of projects, the Urban Climate Project, what we have shown in these two cities are more important so that the other cities can also pick up what is a clean technology, what is a green technology, how we can take it forward.
Simultaneously, the Urban Climate Project was working in Rajkot, one of the fastest growing cities in India. Rajkot's infrastructure development is part of the incredible growth story of the state of Gujarat. Industry makes up an important part of the city's economic activities, but with pollution and other consequences.
Urbanization will create number of issues like sanitation, mass transport, water supply, electricity, health, number of things. And everywhere, wherever it is possible, you should think of green building, you should think of green initiatives.
Hence, the Urban Climate Project proposed greening guidelines for the city to absorb pollution and generate clean air. Moreover, green building norms have been developed, aiming to set a local benchmark for minimum acceptable performance in energy and water usage. These green building norms set sustainable standards for the design and operation of efficient buildings and water management. The resulting energy reductions can power 885 houses per year.
Air, our our water. Those issues have no boundary lines. So it's important for us to look throughout the globe at projects that have worked, projects that have been implemented successfully.
Water is slowly turning into a scarce resource across the world, and water shortage a common phenomena. The city of Coimbatore faces a considerable gap between the demand and supply of fresh water. Bore wells are used to combat this problem, but they pump out groundwater at high operation and maintenance costs. A pilot study undertaken by ICLEI South Asia outlined measures of improvement, cutting down costs, both economically and environmentally. And the reduction in energy use has been found to be enough to power 1,814 houses per year.
Under the Urban Climate Project, we made it mandatory the use of wastewater. We made a building bylaw for recycling and reuse of wastewater.
In Rajkot, ICLEI has launched a wastewater reuse pilot project. This project demonstrates wastewater reuse at a large apartment complex, showing a real-world example of water conservation and reuse. The Urban Climate Project has also worked at the policy level, proposing wastewater reuse bylaws for Rajkot. These bylaws mandate building level water management and conservation standards, prohibit the use of potable water for non-potable uses, and encourage reuse of grey water in buildings. These resource savings could end the water problem in 1,321 houses each year.
It's been said when you throw a rock on a pond, it creates a ripple. But that ripple grows and grows and grows and can become a tidal wave. That's what's occurred here with this program. It will continue to grow, and it will impact lives far beyond those who have had the tremendous opportunity to participate in the program.
The vision of the Urban Climate Project is to help growing cities implement clean and efficient urban infrastructure development.
When we entered into MOU under Urban Climate Project, it was a very good background for me. When I went to the standing committee and other committees of municipal corporation, immediately they came to know its importance.
And ICLEI's work towards achieving these goals in both Rajkot and Coimbatore is well appreciated.
This is the first initiative in the country where climate change has been looked at a city level.
ICLEI was the first agency to introduce us about Urban Climate Project.
Both these cities have set an example in progressive urban development that is worth emulating, not just in the subcontinent, but also around the world.
The challenges that every community has have been experienced by other communities. And so programs like this one enable these elected officials, local elected officials, to immediately drop on a tremendous network.
At the end of the day, we're all people and we all have basic needs that need to be met. And so by sharing the best practices of what's working and not working, you realize that these programs are based off of what people really need.
It's one of those moments. A small decision today will affect generations to come. The sustainable development path will have immediate benefits in energy savings and a cleaner environment for people, today and in the future.
We have hearing from the Government of India and also from other sources that there is going to be the JNNURM 2. So we are happy that if that comes out, we can really take it forward. What we have already chosen, what we have already implemented in these two cities, not only just to the other 65 cities, but also there are 3,000 odd cities in India.
What has been achieved in Coimbatore and Rajkot today can be achieved in your city tomorrow.
I would like to invite you to join the global effort to combat climate change at a local level. There's many resources available to you. There's many people who have done the work before you who can help you achieve the solutions that will help your communities face the challenges that you're facing and move forward to a better future. Through the efforts of the U.S. Department of State and other global organizations like USAID and others, we are making funds and expertise available. So we ask you to reach out to us and help us help you.
The choice is yours.